Lord.
What is good, YouTube, man? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. It is Sunday. So we've been doing this for about maybe a month now. We know Sundays here on this channel until we get Raider football. We're gonna do some film studies. And last week we had the Deron Harmon film study. So I said, you know what? Why not make this week's film study his partner in crime, right? We got Trevon Moehrig. Last week was Deron Harmon. It works perfectly. But really quick, before we get into the film study, thank you to everybody in here, man. You guys have now made this channel reach a massive milestone, and that is 1 million views across this channel. I cannot thank you guys enough. It is greatly appreciated. I love you guys, man, and that's why I'm gonna keep putting out content as much as possible, because you guys show me love, I show you guys love. It goes both ways. But yeah, let me get a quick roll call and then we'll get in to the Trevon Moehrig film study, you guys. Shout out to my brother James in the building. Sean was popping, the autumn wind. Riso, we got Patrick was good. Who else we got up in here? Patrick blazing. David was good. James was popping. Bryce, Jesse, Carlos. Stay focused was good with you, my brother. We got Rock. Who else? We got Jorge was popping. Quentin Hood, Kyle Holt. Who else we got up in here? Snoops was good. Ben, Anthony, Neil. Oh yeah, we lit. We lit, man. Shout out to everybody who pulled up. And what's good from El Paso? Shout out to my brother Ben. But yes, you guys, like I was just saying, this film study is celebration for the 1 million views that you guys have gave this channel. So shout out to you guys. And without further ado, I won't hold you guys any longer. We will get up into this film study. 1 milli. Monica was popping. Yes, 1 milli. There we go. But let's get straight into it, you guys. Let's get straight into it, man. Now, let's move this there. Bada bing, bada boom. And we are ready. We are ready to go. Take this right here off so you can see the full screen. We are now in the film room, you guys. So let's get the pen and papers out. Let's start to take notes, because that's what we do over here, man. Let's start to take notes. Now, kicking off this, we are week 3, Miami. We all remember this game because we won this game. So we are in week 3, Miami. What do safeties do? They get interceptions. They get pass deflections. Well, guess what? To kick this off, I'm going to show you a nice Trevon Moehrig, nice physical alley tackle. I love this kind of stuff. Your deep high safety on the shield, coming downfield, making a great tackle in the alley. This is what you want to see from a guy that's your last line of defense, being aggressive, coming up field, and getting a big boy tackle. Good job. Good job to start off the film study with Mr. Trevon Moehrig. It doesn't get much better than that. One-on-one tackles, you got to make them. And that's exactly what he did. You'll see, come down into the alley, boom, physical. We like physicality over here. That's what the Raiders are made off of. Now, one thing that you'll notice right here, you got a split high or deep high or cover 2, cover 4 look, right? You got 2 high safeties. Now, we know that in Patrick Graham's system, Trevon Moehrig's not going to just be isolated over the top anymore. He's going to be in a deep high. He's going to be in a deep high. He's going to be coming down into the slot. He's going to do all of that, man. So you'll see Trevon Moehrig right over here. He's going to actually come down from the free safety spot into the box, and he's going to have some good coverage one-on-one on the wide receiver, leaving, I think that's Brissett at the time, or no, Tua. I don't know if that's Tua. Yeah, that's not Tua. Leaving their backup quarterback no room to go, so he's going to take on the slot receiver. He's going to take on the slot receiver here, come down, show that versatility, nowhere to go. The Raiders get a nice tackle. Trevon Moehrig does his job yet again. You can't ask for much. But again, this is a better angle. Gus Bradley at the time is going to throw up Abram at that deep high spot, leave Abram isolated at the top of your screen. But he's going to throw Trevon Moehrig one-on-one with Devontae Parker, who is a good receiver. I will say that he is a good receiver. But yeah, nowhere to go. Shout out to everybody else who's pulling up right now. Shout out to you guys. And I shout out to all the members in here too. I see a lot of members in the building. And if you do want to become a member, click that link right there. You could become a member of the channel. It's just a perk. You don't have to do it. It's just available there if you want. Now, next up on this list, I'm going to show you something that's important. We are in a division with scrambling quarterbacks. We are in a division with guys that like to run. Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes. So we're going to face those guys for a total of 6 games this year. So we need to make sure that our back end, our defensive backs, a la Trevon Moehrig right here, he needs to be able to be good on the scramble drill, when it's the plaster, when it's time to get on the closest receiver to you. And that's what we're going to see here, right? So I'm going to let the play rock. Right here, he takes on the slot receiver. Pressure gets home. Now it's time for the scramble drill. Trevon Moehrig, that's Jalen Waddle right there. Trevon Moehrig on Jalen Waddle in the plaster drill, in the scramble drill. He's all over it. He doesn't let Jalen Waddle go anywhere. You see Jalen Waddle lined up in the slot. That's where Trevon Moehrig will go. Good job. Yes, and he's only getting better, James. Nowhere to go for Jalen Waddle right there on Trevon Moehrig in the scramble drill. He does a phenomenal job there. So good job by Trevon Moehrig against one of the fastest guys in the league there. So good job there. He shows that he can get in that scramble drill. He shows he can get down and dirty when teams are trying to make an extra off-script play. But here what you're going to see is he's in a too high safety set, right? And guess what? He's going to come from this side of the field and make a play all the way on the other side of the field, showing good range. Sadly, our outside corner, Trayvon Mullen, gets a little bit handsy there, and there's a flag. But Trevon Moehrig showing elite range right there, going from one side of the field all the way to the other, almost getting an interception there. But, you know, there was a collision. It was just overall a great play right there. Shout out to Trevon Moehrig for being able to get all the way to the opposite side of the field when that wasn't his job. That was not his job there. He was supposed to have help over the top. And guess what? Trevon Moehrig, so close to getting his first one in week 3. But Trayvon Mullen decided to get a little bit handsy and give them a flag. But it is what it is. It happens, you guys. Next up on this one, we go to Denver, the Donkeys, and we put the smackdown on these boys. So right here, starting off on this list, he started off hot. He started the game off hot. Much like he started off last game, he comes downhill with a beautiful alley tackle yet again. You see Trevon Moehrig right there on your screen at the top. He's going to come downhill, make a big tackle once again. Their guy gets to the third level, boom, physical, drives him backwards, not giving up any extra yards right there. Trevon Moehrig coming downhill with a big tackle right there. You know, that could have been a breakaway. That could have been a breakaway right there. He got past the second level. He got past the defensive lineman, the linebackers. He was working his way up to the safety. And Trevon Moehrig does a good job there to make sure he gets no extra yards. But next up right here, we're going to see him do some things that us as fans wish he could have completed, right? So right here, you're going to see Trevon Moehrig. This is now week 6, still without an interception. And our defensive line helps Trevon Moehrig. He gets a lot of pressure. And Teddy Bridgewater is forced to throw an ill-advised pass. And, oh, you got to catch that, my brother. You got to get the interception on that play. But you'll see it again from a different angle right here. Trevon Moehrig, the fact is he's getting his hands on the football, making a play, not allowing guys, boom. Oh, you got to get that. You got to get that. Good job. They end up having to punt because of Trevon Moehrig's good coverage there, making sure that nobody got the big play. So shout out to Trevon Moehrig there for doing his Dougie right there. So next up right here, we're backed up. They're in the red zone. You'll see Trevon Moehrig here roaming the back end, And he's yet again in this game close to another interception. But you'll see Corey Littleton here tip the ball, not allowing Moehrig to get there. But Moehrig, again, does a good job, and it just goes over. So you see from week 3 to week 6, his range is slowly getting better. He's reading the game a little bit more. But like I said, you'll see Corey Littleton tip the interception that Trevon Moehrig could have had there, but just out of reach for Moehrig again. But you'll see it. Next up, what does he do now? What does he do now? He's here. He's in the backfield. Gus Bradley got him in the backfield, back end again. Boom. Trevon Moehrig. He's getting closer and closer week by week. Well, the work finally pays off. Trevon Moehrig gets his first interception of his career, only interception on the season, but nonetheless, it was a good job. And shit, look at the return he got. Look at the return he got. A nice 30 yards on that return there. So you'll see Moehrig all the way at the top. He's going to do a good job being disciplined, staying true to his assignment, which is the deep high, gets his interception, gets a 30-yard return. Beautiful job. Can't ask for more. Now, we've been seeing a lot of good plays, right? We've been seeing a lot of good plays. I'm not going to be super biased, and I'm just not going to show a highlight reel of Trevon Moehrig. I'm going to show the good, the bad, the ugly, because that's what we do. That's what we do. When we do film studies, we are not just biased, okay? We make sure that we see everything. And on this play, it's an okay play. It's an okay play. In my opinion, I feel like Trevon Moehrig should have got there a little bit quicker. But you'll see Moehrig here at the top of your screen. I'm circling him with the mouse. But what you'll see here is this tight end. He'll go through the linebackers and in Moehrig's area. Now, Moehrig did hesitate to drop down on him. He did end up making the tackle. But in the future, I do hope to see Trevon Moehrig getting in this area sooner, but he does give him a nice little body slam to let him know that's not happening again, right? So you'll see the tight end goes in between the linebackers, and then Trevon Moehrig is there to make the tackle. But in my opinion, I feel like Trevon Moehrig maybe should have been there just a little bit early. So he makes that tackle. Moehrig is here. Nice little body slam. Get your ass down on the ground. We're not letting that happen again, right? I like to see Moehrig do that. Get a little physical with the guys. Nothing wrong with that. A little physicality here and there. I'm all for it. But next up, you'll see Moehrig right here. They got a speedster in the slot. They have a true speedster in the slot. And Trevon Moehrig is going to take that away. What's going to end up happening is that Jalen Hurts is going to end up needing to scramble, blah, 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 right? But Trevon Moehrig doing his job, taking away the deep threat. There's nothing. Look at this. That's clamps. Jalen Hurts throws that ball. Oh, my goodness. Interception. Now, Corey Littleton here should have been deeper, making sure that this guy wasn't free. But Trevon Moehrig doing his job again. There's not much else you can ask from a guy that's being forced to play the deep high all game long. But this next film that I'm about to show you, it gets interesting. So I want to show you guys that play again. You'll see Moehrig. They're going to try and attack him with a deep post right there. Doesn't work. Moehrig is just all over that. Absolutely nowhere to go. But next up, this is probably Moehrig's, in my opinion, this is probably his best game. I loved how Trevon Moehrig played against the Washington football team. And like I just said, I am not going to be biased. We are going to see everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. And on this play, you're going to see he doesn't get enough time to get square. Terry McLaurin, the $71 million man right here, is actually going to get the best of Trevon Moehrig. So he never gets to set his feet correctly. Terry McLaurin goes on the outside, gets a good catch, gain of 13, 14 yards, right? But guess what? That's the last and only time it'll happen, because you know what? Gus Bradley sees something. He says, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't just put Trevon Moehrig at the deep high. Maybe let's get Trevon Moehrig in an area where he can always impact the game. And that's exactly what we're going to see for mostly the rest of this film. Starting up right here, he's going to go one-on-one with their tight end here. He's one-on-one with the tight end. Big body. This guy has a lot of weight on Moehrig, right? And a lot of size. Pause. But you'll see Trevon Moehrig. Why isn't he back here? Why do we have Abram? Why do we have Down Levitt? Because we understand that the TCU man that we drafted, he's more than just a deep high safety. He can come into the box, come into the slot, and do some damage. So you'll see him one-on-one with their tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go. Perfect coverage, by the way. That is actually textbook technique to guard an inside route, stabbing him with his outside hand, gets the hands on his hips. Again, scramble drill, absolutely nowhere to go for the quarterback, nowhere for him to throw. He does a phenomenal job on that. And you'll see the plaster drill again by Trevon Moehrig, but you'll see right here, they're attached to the hip. They're attached to the hip. Trevon Moehrig is absolutely shadowing this tight end right now. Now, here you see good coverage on the scramble drill. Taylor Heinicke has nowhere to throw the ball. And you'll see, right? This next play, Gus Bradley continues to keep him in an area where he can constantly impact the game. And by doing so, Trevon Moehrig is just getting better and better. You're gonna see he liked that matchup. He's gonna get that matchup again. He throws Dallin Levitt and Jonathan Abram in the backfield, and he says, "You know what? We're gonna put Moehrig one-on-one with your tight end again." And guess what? Great coverage again. Nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. This is a one-on-one tight end matchup right here. This is hard. This is not easy. But guess what? You put Trevon Moehrig in an area where he's not just watching the game and he's actually getting to put his hands on receivers and tight ends. He is a baller. He is a baller. So he does that. Now, next up, we're going to go away from the coverage again, and we're going to see, again, can he make that tackle back at the deep high? You want your guys to be able to come downhill and make a tackle. And that's exactly what Trevon Moehrig does. Physical at the tackle, drops him. Love it. I love that, right? Give him a little thud. Give him a thump to make him realize it's not sweet, even once you get down to the third level of the defense. Good job. Good tackle to make up a bad play by the Las Vegas Raiders front seven. But next up, we got two more plays I want to look at, right? So I just showed you at the beginning, Terry McLaurin, yeah, he got his number, right? So guess what? Trevon Moehrig lined up in a split high safety set. He's going to come down, and he's one-on-one right now. One-on-one with Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin's here. He is here. Guess what? Nope, stalemate. You have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go, Terry. Nowhere. So take a look at this matchup. Trevon Moehrig's here. Terry McLaurin's here. Terry McLaurin's going to try and run an outside breaking route. Physical, legal physicality here. Boom. Nowhere to go. This is a man that just got $71 million. 71 mil. So you'll see him right here. Trevon Moehrig at the top of your screen. I'm circling him. Tries an outbreaking route. It doesn't work. Terry McLaurin just has nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Look at this. How the hell is Terry McLaurin going to have to catch a pass like that, man? Doesn't make sense. But here, let me show you one more time. This is another time. He gets in the line. He gets he gets in the line. He's now in the slot. And guess what? This was a heartbreaking play. But look at the versatility that he's offering. He's right now at the deep high spot. Jonathan Abram is slowly creeping back. Trevon Moehrig is going to come downhill. He is one-on-one with their slot receiver. Breaks when he breaks and just misses the interception. That interception would have sealed the deal for us. But it shows you, right? Here he is. He's creeping down inside closer and closer. Taylor Heinicke tries to go his way. Nope, don't do that again, because next time it will be picked. But what do you guys think, man? Trevon Moehrig. I think that in this new scheme with Patrick Graham, he is going to ball, man. And the reason why I feel like Trevon Moehrig is going to ball is because he's going to be closer to the play. Patrick Graham is actually going to allow him to move from the slot back to the safety spot, back and forth. And you look at it, he led college football in passes defended, right? And the reason why is because TCU didn't just use him as a post safety. TCU didn't just use him as a cover 3 or a cover 2. He was coming down into the box. He was going against tight ends. And we saw he can erase a tight end when he's one-on-one against him. So we'll see what happens with this new system with Patrick Graham. But nonetheless, I am very, very excited to see that we got Trevon Moehrig. And if you missed last week's film study, we did it on Deron Harmon. I think those two guys are going to be the starters for the Las Vegas Raiders to start the season. So I'm very, very excited to see that. But that'll be it for the film study, you guys. If you guys came in a little late, it's only 20 minutes. Hit the rewind. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, you guys. As always, have a blessed rest of your day. Stay safe. I love you guys. And I'm out. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.